Hello and congratulations on the purchase of your brand new TM7. I am so excited to be unboxing yours with you today and to be here as your consultant supporting you on your Thermomix journey. If this is your first Thermomix, I'm so excited for you. You're going to absolutely love it. It is going to help you be healthier, save time, save money, be more creative. And if this is an update on an old Thermomix, you know how amazing our Thermomix is, and the TM7 is really going to take it to the next level. So you might notice that my Thermomix is already open. So I have unboxed mine, but I've put it all back together so we can do this together, and I can give you a really good run through of how to set it up. So get your Thermomix box and let's do this together. So we're going to open her up. Even the packaging is just beautiful. In here you'll find your little manual. So it is a little bit different to what you're used to getting a basic cookbook with the old model Thermomix. Everything is inbuilt on the TM7, and you've just got this little thin instruction booklet there for you. And then we've got 3 boxes in here. So first up we have our Varoma. We have our amazing new spatula, which we'll talk more about in a moment. Then to this side, you will find your bowl and insulated cover. And then lastly, we have our TM7 base. Oh, I'll grab that one out. Maybe a little bit more smooth than what I am. And we can pop the big one to the side. All right, so box with the Thermomix, our Varoma, and our bowl. So let's start off with our base. So we're going to open this one up, and in here you'll find the Thermomix unit itself. You might notice that there's not much plastic in here, which is amazing. A lot more recycled materials, cardboard, etc. But you will have some plastic wrap around your bits and pieces. So let's pull that one off, and you will have a sticky screen protector. Now I know sometimes it's nice that we want to leave them there, but it is going to help with the touch screen when we remove that. So let's peel that one off together. Now we want to make sure that our cord is retracted all of the way out. Having your cord in the machine can affect your scales, so we want to make sure it's pulled all the way out at all times. The scales are in the base of your Thermomix, which is amazing. It means that you can weigh with no bowl on top of the bowl, etc., which is really handy, but it does mean that if this is pushed in, or if there is even something lying on your cord, you may notice your scales jumping. So once you've plugged it in, make sure your cord is all the way out and nothing is touching it. Now, something that I'm loving about the TM7 is that it has a built-in glider foot at the back, which means you can just pick it up and you can glide it around the bench with ease. You've got little finger grooves under here and you can move it around like that. So no need for a glider board or a tile or anything like that underneath. And you don't need to worry about affecting the scales by moving it around. So plug her in. I'm just going to get a PowerPoint. And here we have our start button. So we're going to click on that one and watch her start up. Now, it will take a little bit to get started for the first time. That is really normal. So let's just pop that off to the side while it's doing its thing, and let's open our next box. So let's open up our bowl. So pop it open. Again, yours will be wrapped in plastic, just protecting it while it's traveling. And let's pull her out. Again, maybe a little bit more gracefully than I am. But there we have our beautiful new TM7 bowl with the insulated cover. So unwrap it, and inside, when the lid comes off, you will find your simmering basket, you'll find your lid cap, and you will find your butterfly whisk. We'll talk more about these in a little bit. We're just going to pop them to the side for now. Lid on, and our lid cap sits on top of our bowl. You can give it a little twist and a bit of a push down. Now we're going to put that one on the base of our TM7 with the handle facing the screen. Sit it there, nice and secure. And then lastly, we have our Varoma, which is our steaming attachment. I absolutely love my Varoma. If you've never used a Thermomix before, I'm going to make sure that you love yours. If you have used one before and you don't love your Varoma, we're going to change that. I love my Varoma. Again, yours will be wrapped in plastic, but here we have our Varoma dish. We have our Varoma tray, and we have our lid. Now our TM7 Varoma is 45% bigger than our older model Thermomix Varomas, so more capacity to fit even more in, which makes me really excited. We're going to pop that to the side, and again, we'll talk about that one more in just a moment. But let's get your Thermomix set up. So we're going to hit the start button. You'll notice your TM7 has this big, beautiful 10-inch screen, which is the same size as an iPad, making it so easy to use. Something that I'm loving about the TM7 is that if your hands are wet or dirty, if your screen is wet or dirty, it does not affect the touch ability, which is amazing. So we're going to select our language. So we're going to select English, Australia, New Zealand, if that is your first language, and then select your country, Australia. Now you can go through the safety instructions, so have a little bit of a read through of these few little safety steps for me. Really important that you read these ones. And then we're going to connect up to your Wi-Fi. If you don't have your Wi-Fi password, go and grab it now, and let's get that one done. Select your Wi-Fi and pop your password in. Larger screen, making it really easy. I recently got Starlink and it's changed my life. And you get to pick your own password. So I, for once in my life, remember my Wi-Fi password. Just gonna adjust that. Now, if you don't have a Cookie Do membership yet, this is where we need to subscribe to one. You can find the link in my ebook that I sent you through. But if you have done it already, that is great. We're going to log in. So you can scan the QR code with your phone and do it like the way you do your Netflix and that, instead of having to input it. So you can go ahead and do that one. Otherwise, no phone available, you can log in manually. While you're doing that, I'm going to log into my Cookie Do. I'm doing manual because my phone's recording. Love that glider foot, just making my life so easy. So we are logging into our Cookie Do account. Now, you are going to get 3 months free Cookie Do. If you already have a subscription, you may have the 30-day free trial if you're new to Cookie Do. That will add another 3 months on top of that. If you are somebody who already had a Cookie Do subscription, it will add 3 months onto whatever it is that you had left. Now, it is really important that you have a Cookie Do 3.0 subscription. The 2.0, which is the old original Cookie Do subscription, will not work on the TM7. So if you are a TM31 or a TM5 owner, you may find that you are running the older version of Cookie Do. Now, the easiest way to find out if that is correct is to go into your Cookie Do app on your phone and go into the My Recipes tab and let me know, can you see the tab that says Created Recipes? If you can see your Created Recipes tab, you have Cookie Do 3.0. If you don't have a Created Recipes tab, you will need to update your Cookie Do to 3.0. Now, there is a $20 difference between 2.0 and 3.0. and you will need to pay the pro rata difference. So however long you have left on your 12-month subscription, if you only have 3 months left, it will only cost you a couple of dollars. If you've got 11 months left, you'll be closer to that $20 mark. So you can do that in your account, not on the app, but on the website. So go to cookiedoo.com.au, log in, head into your account, and then into your membership, and there should just be an upgrade button for you there. So please make sure if you don't have 3.0 that you do the upgrade step now before we go any further, or CookieDoo will not be compatible with your TM7. For those of you that already have CookieDoo 3.0, brilliant. So we have our Thermomix is now connected to our CookieDoo account, so we can continue to our next step. So we can choose the home screen that we would like to use with our Thermomix TM7. So select your home screen. So I like daily inspiration. So if you're somebody who likes to see new recipes suggested to you every day, you might like to set your screen as daily inspiration. If you're someone like me who loves to use their weekly meal plan function, you might be wanting to choose the I like organizing myself, which is going to show you your daily recipes, what's in your week, that kind of thing. Or lastly, I like having tools handy, which is going to have your different modes. So your manual mode, your clean, some of the basic modes, they're ready to go for you. If you're someone who likes to cook manually, you might like this screen. I'm going to go with my I like organizing myself, because that is the screen that that is going to appeal to me the most. So click past next until you see them all, and then select the one that you would like. So I like organizing myself, and I'm going to select that template. And our TM7 is nearly ready to go. Now your TM7 might ask you to do a software update, which is really normal. They have come all the way from Germany, so there may be some new functions and features needed to be added to it, which is really exciting. Your TM7 connects up to your Wi-Fi and is able to do those software updates, just like your mobile phone, keeping it running at its best capabilities. And we are going to see so many new exciting things added to the TM7 in the coming months, years, that kind of thing, which is great. Something that I'm really excited about is AI compatibility. So when you are on the Vorwerk website, it does mention AI compatibility. And I know that that is something that is coming to the TM7. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I'm very excited by it. So you will see this banner up here that says 3-month subscription for free. So let's click on that one and activate free subscription. And then all you need to do is activate free trial and then scan the QR code with your phone. Now that you've added your free 3 months on, we can keep moving. So for those of you that signed up for the free 30-day trial, you've now got 4 months of CookieDoo to try it out and make sure you love it. Then from there, it is just $89 a year, which is about a third of a year of Netflix. I personally love CookieDoo and know you are going to too. If you haven't, please make sure you have a watch of the CookieDoo workshop that I ran. The link is in my ebook. It's really going to help you to understand CookieDoo and just how amazing it is. You can do your meal plans, your shopping lists. You can even order groceries directly to Woolies online to have them delivered to your house or for your click and collect. It is amazing. It is your Thermomix's best friend and you are going to love it. Once you're in there and you start using it, if you have any questions, please let me know. Now we're going to play around with your filters. I did pop these instructions in your ebook as well. So if you haven't done this yet, please grab your device, your phone, go into your app, and we're going to. All right, so I've got my device and I've got my CookieDoo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you to go up into the right corner where it is your profile. And then we're going to go into my preferences. And in my preferences, we're going to adjust our filters. Now we want to let it know that we have a TM7. So first up, you can choose your cooking style. CookieDoo gets smarter and smarter the more you use it. It will start to work out what you like. So are you a veggie lover, time-saving cook, creative and adventurous, or traditional cook? I'm all of them, but you can only pick one. So I'm going to go time-saving because that's probably what I am most of the week. So select your preference. In your filter preferences, you can select any accessories that you have. Keep on going down in Thermomix version. Select update, and we want to let it know we've got a TM7. That means it's going to show you all the TM7 compatible recipes and all the older recipes as well. Now, in our language, we want English language. Now, if you speak any other languages, please feel free to select those. If you only speak English, please just select English. And then when we get to country or region, please remove Australia. Remove that. We don't want any countries ticked. We just want English language and or any other languages that you speak, and then click save. Now we do just want to exit the app, close it completely, head on back into it. And now you'll notice we've gone from 4,000 recipes to around 12,000. Let's have a bit of a look. Hit the Explore tab. Cookie Do's had a big refresh lately with the launch of the TM7. It's very exciting. So into the Explore tab, and if you hit the search button, you should be able to see about 12,000 different recipes. So when we're on Australian Cookie Do, we can only see about 4,000, which is still a lot of inspiration, but we want to get those extra recipes from around the world, so you can go 12,000. That is even better. So now that we've done that, please, just a reminder to watch that Cookie Do workshop that I ran. It is really going to help you to understand Cookie Do. So now we're on our home screen. So mine is saying, have a nice day, Thermomix Chef. Now you can change that to have your name in there as well, which is fun. You can do that if you go into your settings, which are your dots down the bottom, and then into your profile and Cookie Do. So you can check out your subscription, etc., and then hit the profile button, customize your name. So at the moment I'm called Thermomix Chef, so you can call yourself whatever you like. Let's go with Mixing It Real. I'm typing at a really awkward angle. Let's turn our Thermomix around and pop your choice of name in there. You might want to have your family name. You might want to have something like Sexy. So it says, good morning, Sexy. How fun, whatever you like. All right, so now that we have done that, hit your home button. Now we've got have a nice day, Mixing It Real. Okay, so a little bit of an intro to your TM7. Depending on what home screen you went with, it might look a little bit different to mine. But here, if you've gone with your getting organized screen, you'll be able to see planned recipes for today. So you'll be able to see what's on your menu for today and tomorrow. You've got your week over here, so you can access your full week planner. So as I said, this is something that I'm using a lot. So for my customers, I highly recommend getting into the habit of using the meal planner. So going through picking some meals, adding them into your week. Using the app is the easiest way to do it, or your desktop. Adding them into your week, creating a shopping list, and then ordering directly to Woolies online, or heading to the supermarket with your phone and your shopping list ready to go. So you can see our recipes here. We've got a chicken pumpkin basil pesto risotto. If you'd like that recipe, send me a message. That is one of my own created ones. Cheeseburger quiche. We've got a Ravani Governdes curry pie. It's amazing. Beetroot lamb flatbreads. Family chicken galette. You can see I'm really getting into the wintry meals at the moment. Mexican one pot pasta. I've got a dal, a lentil moussaka, and sticky chicken with infused daikon there as well. So that is my weekly planner. When you go into one of your recipes, you've got your big, beautiful screen there showing you your prep time, your total time, your portions. Scroll on down, you've got your ingredients, utensils, hints, tips, all of your steps. And then right down here, you've got notes. So if there is something that you change in a recipe, something you love, something you don't like, you can add a note directly on your screen, and then you'll be able to come back to that next time you make this, so you know that you've made a change, etc. Nutritional value, and then recipes that you might like based on that recipe. Now, some recipes you can click on the portion size and you can edit your portions. A lot of them have been pre-scaled for us. If you find one that isn't pre-scaled, what you can do is you can go into your app on your phone, get your Cookie Do app, and you can scale it in your app so you can make your recipes larger or smaller. So let's find one that would probably be pre-scaled for us, maybe Mexican one pot pasta. Nope, of course, it's making a liar out of me. Hit our search button and that's going to take us into Cookie Do. Let me see if I can find something that's already scaled. You will find some pre-scaled recipes when you are browsing through. Let me just go to something that I know is scaled. Let's go Pizza Bianca. Typing upside down is definitely an art. Pizza Bianca. Here we go. Pizza Bianca, pre-scaled for you. So you've got 8 portions here, and then when you scroll down serving side, you've got 8 or 12. So we can make this one bigger. It will scale based on the size of the bowl. So lots of recipes can be made more or less to suit you and your family. Click the portion that you like and it will change the ingredients and any times to suit your new portion size, which is amazing. All right, so we've got our home button, which is your screen. Keep scrolling down. You'll see your recently cooked will start to fill up as you start using it. You've got trending now. So this is a great place to come to find inspiration, things that people are trying all around Australia. I just saw a Boston bun on there and I thought, ooh, I might need to add that to my week. If you see something that you like, you can click into it and cook it straight away, or you can bring it up on your app and then that is going to, you can hit the bookmark in the corner over here. Open your app and add it into what you want it, or click these 3 dots and you can add to your weekly planner. So I'm going to throw that Boston bun on the weekend. I think we might make that on Sunday and then save it. Keep scrolling down and there is edit home screen. So if you would like to change the home screen that you've selected, you can do that there. Then when we hit search, that takes you into Cookie Do. So you can search for anything there. Say you wake up and you'd like to make pancakes or coffee frappe or something, you can search for that there. The next one is our little book. And this is going to take you into your recently cooked, your bookmarks, your My Recipe lists, collections, and created recipes. Created recipes is where you can add your own recipes, things that you might love, things you found online, things that you convert over. ChatGPT is your best friend when it comes to converting recipes. You might find a recipe that looks incredible, say a cheesecake, for example, that's a standard recipe and you'd like to turn it into a Thermomix recipe. Copy and paste it into ChatGPT and ask it to convert to a Thermomix TM7 recipe and it will do it for you, and it is going to be about 98% correct as well, which is amazing. If you have any questions about that, just send me a message. But then you could add it into your created recipes and you will find them here. This is where I add all my recipes. If you sometimes will see me cooking things that aren't on Cookie Do, it might be because it's my own recipe. You generally can find my own recipes in my link tree on my Instagram, or you can shoot me a message and request any of my recipes there. When we click on our blade picture, it takes us into our mode screen. So these are all the amazing different modes that you've got in your TM7. So some of the new ones that weren't there before is our manual mode, because you will notice we don't have a dial on our TM7 like we used to with all of our older model Thermomixes. So we now just head into manual mode and you can set your time. So it gives you some presets down here, 1, 5, 10 or 30 minutes. So let's say I want to go 10, I can push it twice to get to 20 and then say I want to add some seconds on there, 30 seconds, or you can just scroll your finger up. At first, I was like, how am I going to cope without a dial? But honestly, it's amazing. It's so much more natural for us as, iPhone, iPad users. It is what we do. We flick, we scroll, we don't dial anymore. So this is very much something that you are used to. As a Thermomix owner, it might feel weird, but you'll get used to it very quickly. So you set your time, you set your temperature. Again, some presets down here, say 100, or you can flick up and down to whatever you want to use. Then you can set your your speed. Say speed 2, and then you've got your play button there and your scales is next to it. You literally just hit play and it starts. Something that's going to wow you is the sound. It is so quiet. It is virtually silent up to speed 2. And then when we get into those higher speeds, still so quiet with the new synchronous motor. It's amazing. When we are at speed 2 or below, we can actually take the lid off at any point. Now, I was on speed 4, so it's just unlocked itself. But you can take your lid off. You notice that your timer will stop and your blades will stop moving. If you're cooking under speed 2, which is a lot of your cooking speeds, you'll be able to taste your food, pop it back on. It will continue cooking again without having to wait for those arms to open. So under speed 2, pop it up, blades stop instantly, pop it back on, blades will start again, and you will continue cooking. So I love that. No lag, no waiting. Great for somebody that really wants to get in there, see how it's going, check it, taste it, add any extras to it, whatever you might want to do. Now you can access your scales while you are cooking as well. Just hit your scales and you can weigh on the lid of your Thermomix, which is really handy if you want to prep your next ingredients while something is happening in there. Hit that stop button, head on back to your mode. So that was our manual mode. Our pre-clean is our self-clean mode. We've got our dough mode, which is our kneading. I just love the visuals on this as well. The self-clean, I didn't use a whole lot on my TM6 because I didn't like the noise it made, to be honest. I found it very loud. It's just one of those things that used to bother me, but it is so much quieter on the TM6 and I'm loving my pre-clean mode again. So you've got some different modes of self-clean there, so you can head on through those and choose the one that you would like. It does let you know how long they're going to take as well. You've got your browning mode, which is something that's only available in a TM6 and a TM7. In the TM6, it is done in cookie dough only. It is not a manual mode. So I love that you can access it manually. So your high heat mode or your browning mode is your fry pan. So it's mimicking your fry pan. It is going to saute, caramelize, brown, braise, all of that stuff to give you that extra flavor, which is awesome. You'll find it in a lot of your TM6 and TM7 recipes on cookie dough, but now you can access it manually as well. Say pizza night, Friday night, I want to saute some capsicums to go on my pizzas. Throw in your capsicums, a little bit of oil, salt and pepper, start your browning mode, away you go. If you'd like to learn more about the browning mode, head into Cookie Dough and search high heat and it will bring you up a heap of basics that you can use. We've got our dough mode here, which is our kneading, which is amazing. You'll find this in lots and lots of recipes. Then our steaming mode. So steaming is essentially a manual mode on the old Thermomix. So you would select Varoma, which is our steaming temperature, but now it is all set for you. So you just need to set your time and your speed. It's letting you know you need to pop your Varoma on. You can see it in your little digital twin picture over here. So this guy is your digital twin. It will copy everything that you are doing in your Thermomix. It's so adorable. It will let you know when your lid needs to go on, when it's off. It will let you know as you're filling your bowl up. So watch your digital twin. It's very fun. Then we've got our turbo mode, which is your fast, hard chopping. So turbo mode is going to flick anything off your blade. So great for dough, sauces, cake mixes, things like that. If you're noticing your blades have a bit of stuff on it, head into your turbo. It'll flick it off, make it easier for cleaning, no wastage. Great for chunky chopping as well. You've got your blend, which is literally your blender. You've got an egg boiler. Again, the visuals on the egg boiler mode are just beautiful. So you just pop your eggs in with a litre of water. You can go to show tips and it will let you know how to do that. So there are your instructions. So place your eggs in, add your water, select how you'd like it, give them a rinse and away you go. So if you're in a mode, just hit show tips and this is how you like them: soft, medium, medium hard or hard boiled. We've got our open cooking, which is one of our new modes, which is really, really fun. Our open cooking is literally cooking with your lid off. So again, kind of using your pot on your stove. So just eliminating another thing to have in your kitchen. Great for like your pastas and things like that. Again, if you're a bit of a chefy chef, you really like to cook, you really want to get in there tasting, stirring, touching, you can absolutely do that with your open lid cooking mode. We've got our kettle, so literally a kettle. Your warm-up mode is a reheat mode, so you can reheat yesterday's dinner, sauces, soups, things like that. It just needs to have a little bit of liquid in it. I wouldn't throw a stir fry in there. Anything with a little bit of liquid is going to be great. You've got your rice cooker. Your rice cooker will do different grains and rices. You can go into your tips and it will give you a bit of instruction around how to use that one. That is an absorption method. My favourite rice is the steamed rice on Cookie Dough, which uses the simmering basket. Now, that's up to you which one you would like, but I love steamed rice on Cookie Dough. It's a 10 out of 10 every time. Cooks in the basket. You've got your thicken mode, which is great for custard, hollandaise sauces, gravies, things like that. I always get asked how I do my gravy. Literally, water, gravy powder, little bit of your meat juices, lid on, thicken mode, perfection every time. No stirring, walk away, come back and it's done. You've got a slow cooker and a fermentation and a sous vide if you want to get a little bit fancy with those modes. Then we have our peeling, grating, slicing and spiralizing. So our peeler is an attachment that you can get, the blade cover peeler. It covers your blades for slow cooking and things like that, and also doubles as a peeler, which is very fun. It can do things like potatoes, beetroots, radishes, garlic, things like that in a couple of minutes, hands-free. Grater, slicer and spiralizer will be coming. The TM6 cutter and spiralizer is not compatible with the TM7 because it is different based on the fact there are no arms on our TM7. The cutter will be coming soon and I can keep you updated about that one. It has been developed. It is beautiful, black to match, and hopefully it won't be too long till we find out more about that one. So they are our different modes. Again, when you're in your mode screen, you can enter into your scales at any time, have a little bit of a weigh, and away you go. If you have any more questions about your modes, please let me know. And then again, you can head on into your settings, into the dots down the bottom. You've got your weekly planner. In your settings here, you've got your about, your country and language, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, sounds. So you can play around with the different sounds. Now, your finished sound duration is on unlimited. The new TM7 sound is very, very fun. We find ourselves dancing to it whenever it goes off, but I still don't want it to go for an unlimited amount of time. So I like to drag that one down and just have it on for 10 seconds. You can have it on for a little bit longer if you'd like, but I find the beauty of the Thermomix is you don't need to be there while it's cooking. You can walk away and be doing other things, saving you so much time. So if I'm busy doing something else in another room, I don't want to hear that ding over and over again. So you can turn yours down. You can change your sounds, have a little bit of a play with your settings there. Then you've got your display and font. I turn my brightness down because I work virtually. It helps to see my screen better. You might like yours a bit brighter. And then you've got standard or large font. In your scales, you can flick over to imperial, so you can flick to ounces if you wanted to. You will find if you are using a US recipe that your Thermomix is smart enough to know and it will flick your scales to ounces automatically, but you can do it there as well. So have a little bit of a play with your settings, and you can also adjust the things that you have here. So if you've chosen the same display as me and you've got your organized display, you'll see your week, pre-clean, manual, and tutorials. Now, tutorials are great if you want a little bit of extra help with your TM7, you can flick through that. But when you go to edit your home screen, if you select the one that you want, and then you can edit these here. So say I didn't want tutorials on there, I could select another one of my most used modes. Like I might put browning mode there, for example, because that's something that I use a lot, and then done. So you can have your favorite modes on your screen. So that is your TM7. Something else that I'm loving about the upgrade from the older models is our blade lever. So taking your bowl apart is really, really simple. You just want to flick your lever, blades come out straight away, and then your bowl comes out of your insulated case. So your insulated case means that the outside of the bowl is no longer hot, so you can grab it with two hands. You don't need to be worried about the kids touching it, which I'm really loving. I wouldn't put this one through the dishwasher. It says that it can go through the dishwasher, but I'm not going to. I'm finding it's not getting very dirty. Might just need a little bit of a rinse every now and then, but your bowl can go through the dishwasher. Don't be afraid. Your electrical connection ports will not get damaged. They just need to go back on your Thermomix nice and dry. To put it back together, drop your bowl in. It is so simple, guys. Twist it around till it lines up and then pull your lever back. And we are done. Top tip, always remember to lock your blades in before putting it back on your Thermomix. We want to make sure it is locked before putting it there. Now here we have our simmering basket. So our simmering basket is going to sit inside your TM7 and it is going to do your layered cooking. It is going to do your perfect rice. It might do your veggies, lots and lots of different uses for this one. So your simmering basket, say we've got water in our bowl, we might have rice in our simmering basket. Our lid is going to go on, our lid cap's going to come off, and maybe you've got your Varoma on top filled with meat and veggies. So we can have a whole layered meal in here at one time and you can walk off hands-free, which is what I love. So say water, or maybe you've got, a sauce cooking down below, veggies, you might have rice, you might have potatoes, and then you might have, salmon, chicken, veggies, things like that. You can put a whole chook in your Varoma, lots of different things. Top tip with your Varoma, you want to make sure that you can always see some steam holes. So fill your Varoma, load her up, don't be afraid, but then grab your spatula and just give it a little push around so you can see some of those steam holes. That means your steam is going to circulate around the Varoma and cook what's on that tray as well. So this is your dish, this is your tray. Most recipes will say put it in the dish, put it on the tray, but we want to make sure that whatever needs to cook the most is going to go in the dish. That's going to get the most steam. So our meat's going to go in the dish, our hard veggies are going to go in the dish, softer veggies, things like that are going to go on the tray. It is going to go on. Make sure your lid is on to trap that steam in, and that is going to cook away. If you need more help with your aroma, please let me know, but it is amazing and one of my favorite Thermomix attachments. Simmering basket aside. Now our butterfly whisk. The butterfly whisk is for all the fun stuff. Think whipping, aerating, anything that needs to be light, fluffy, beautiful is going to be with this one. Now your butterfly whisk goes in onto your blades. Give it a twist clockwise and it should feel a little bit secure. It'll move a little bit, that's normal, but it shouldn't just pop off. Twist it back the other way and it will just pop off. So you want to make sure you've kind of popped it, twisted it around so it is feeling semi-secure. We don't want it to fall off when cooking. Now your butterfly whisk does say max 4 on it in big letters on both sides. That's letting you know we don't go past speed 4 when we're using our butterfly whisk. That is because, one, we don't need to. 3 to 4 is our perfect whipping speeds. But also, if it is any faster, the butterfly can come off and get chopped up in the blades. We just don't want that to happen. We can purchase a new one, but we want to avoid that. So all the delicious things are going to be made with your butterfly whisk. Now, another thing to note is that we have some measurements here inside our bowl. Have a look down and you will notice there is a dot. That dot down the bottom is your 500 mils or half a litre. So if I need water, if I'm steaming, you're going to need around 500 mils. So sometimes I will just go over to my sink, fill to my 500 mil line and away I go. You've also got your 1 litre mark there. So that's great for your egg boiler, pre-clean, things like that. Your next dot is 1.5. Then we've got 2 litres and then our max is 2.2. We want to make sure that we don't fill over that 2.2 litre line, especially with liquids. So we don't want anything to come out of the lid. So that is our safety line there. We're going to pop our lid back on and talk about our spatula. Our spatula is beautiful. It is much larger, which means when we are scraping, we are going all the way around the edge of the bowl, which is awesome, saving you more time again. Now, top tip, always go clockwise with your spatula because that means you're going to be pushing against the blunt side of the blades, not the sharp side, which will help your spatula to stay intact longer. It is silicone, so it is nice and soft. It has a little groove here, which means you can pop it on the bench and it's not going to dirty your bench. It does also stand up, and you will see that you've got a little hollow in the bottom of it. Now, when you've used the dough mode and you've got some dough in there, tip your bowl upside down, pop your hook, your dough, pop your spatula on your blades and twist backwards, forward, backwards, forward, backwards, forwards. That's going to help to drop your dough off the blades, making life much easier. The other thing that your spatula does, it has a hook on it. So when it comes to using your simmering basket, you want to go in and down and pull up, and it connects to your simmering basket, creating a handle so you're not going to burn yourself when you're getting your simmering basket out. Push and release. So again, this is our simmering basket. We're going down and up like so, in and out. We also have the flat tip that can go in there as a lid opener for your simmering basket as well. Now, I think I have covered all the important bits and pieces of your TM7 today. I am so excited to be supporting you on this journey. Please note that I'm here to support you every step of the way. If you would like to jump on FaceTime and have a little bit of a chat about all things TM7, please let me know. I'd love to arrange that with you. It is really important to me that you love your Thermomix as much as I love mine. So I'm here to support you every step of the way. Part of your TM7 purchase is me as your consultant. And I am here to make sure you get the most out of it. So if you need inspiration, if you have questions, if you're unsure about anything, please call me, text me, DM me, whatever it is that you need. I'm here to help you. If you're not already, please make sure you are following me on Instagram and or Facebook at Mixing It Real, because I post videos and photos of things that my family and I are making every day to help you feel inspired to really get the most out of your new Thermomix. That is it. I'm going to call it a day. I am so excited to hear what you are making. Please send me pictures of things that you are making. Let me know once you have done this, once you've watched the video, once you've unboxed, and what is going to be first on your menu. I would love for you to make the vegetable stock paste first up. It is in my ebook for you to find. It is a great starting recipe and something that you are going to need in most of your Thermomix recipes. Then let me know what's next on your menu. And again, please reach out whenever you need anything at all. Happy thermomixing. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you soon.